All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Here's to your Saturday, man. Hope everybody's having a great one. Um, Now, when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and this catastrophe of a season, yeah, some things that's just been coming out, and you expect these things to come out now. The season is over, and one of the things that kind of, I want to say, baffling, is the rumor about Russell Westbrook and Frank Vogel. And it's been reported on, and many people have talked about it. So I guess I'll jump in here and throw my 2 cents in. But I'm gonna give you the facts, and then we're gonna break it down. The problem arose for the Lakers behind the scenes during training camp, with the team. With this, according to a team staff member, seeing the worst fears realized before the team played a game. Russell Westbrook never respected Frank Vogel from day one, said one of Lakers staff members with knowledge of the situation. The moment Frank said anybody who gets the rebound can bring the ball up the court, which is just how the NBA is played these days, Russell like, nah, I'm the point guard. Give me the ball. Everybody run. Frank was like, no, we have Taylor Horton Tucker, Austin Reeves, Malik. We have LeBron. We have AD. We can bring the ball up. He was like, nope, I'm the point guard. Give me that shit. Everybody get out the way. From that point on, training camp, it was a wrap. Because now Russ is a fish out of water. He doesn't know what to do, and that's how that started. Frank Vogel previously said that he won't ball him to grab the defense and push the ball, blah, blah, blah. So that's the gist of it. Now, again, that to me, of course, these things are coming out now. No one's going to try to keep them under wraps during the season. But, again, so I understand Russ is quote unquote the point guard, and maybe that's what he was told. He'll be bringing the ball up or whatever. But clearly, there's issues at many different levels, because on one level you're like, wait. If Frank Vogel say anybody can grab the ball, who are you to question that? Because you ever heard the term? It takes one rotten apple to spoil the whole bunch. Because now Russ is showing a clear defiance to what Frank Vogel said on day one. On day one, you could be like, nah, we not, give me the ball. Give me that shit. And y'all just run. Wait a minute, bro. How you going to come into a new team and say what you're going to do? Now, again, like I like to preface this by saying, these are reports. These are things that come out. This don't mean it was true, but it's where there's smoke, there's fire. So, with Russ, he's a headstrong guy. He believes in doing things a certain way. He believes in his way. It has worked for him. Triple doubles, league MVP. It's worked for him for a long time. But I think, for one, you set off the wrong message to the entire team at this point. With this, if this is true, because you're now saying I'm this guy, I'm the man. I can now tell the coach what I'm gonna do. Like, no, you can't. Because for one, Frank Vogel make a good point. You do have LeBron James who can bring a ball up. You do have Malik Monk and the guys he named, and even AD that can bring the ball up. For us to say, I'm bringing the ball up, give me. It just, so that immediately right there kind of got them off to a rocky start. Now, Frank Vogel being a professional, it's he did his best to, and he stood up and supported Russ through the whole thing. But at the same time, you kind of feel like Russ kind of just, I don't want to, because I don't want to sound like I'm blaming Russ, but that's the bad way to start the season off. All right, that's a bad way to start the season off. But also it handicaps your coach. So look at Frank Vogel's situation. You got a player in Russell Westbrook that's going to do whatever the hell he want to do. Then he's a defensive coach, and the front office go, everybody that's defense, get rid of them. Let's bring in a bunch of old guys and a headstrong guy and no defense. So that's where you simply kind of fall for Frank Vogel a little bit, because you're like, yo, my man, like, he wasn't really given a fair opportunity this season. Hell, really, I mean, he wasn't given a fair opportunity at all. Like, it just felt like they just kept switching, and he never gave him a solid team. Now, as far as this situation with Russell Westbrook, I think Russ knows his role and his lane. He knows what he's good at. He knows, and I'm going to defend Russ here. Russ knows that if I ain't got the ball and I'm not bringing the ball up the court, then what the hell am I doing? I'm not an off ball player. I'm not a catch and shoot guy. Like, this is what I do. Give me the ball and let's go. I'm going to do that part because that's what I'm good at. I'm coming downhill. I'm going to penetrate and I'm going to miss a layup. I'm joking. But still, that's what he do. Right? Like, that's who Russ is. So, I just felt like at that moment, and I don't know the context of this. It's purely this happened in training camp, but that's something that he probably should go behind the scenes and do and talk to the coach and say, hey, coach, listen, hey, I think it's best if I get the ball. They get the ball in my hand and we can run and if I go. But what he don't realize, you got an older team. An older team ain't gonna get out and run like that. You know, they're not. Everyone is old. So what he would do with younger players and younger. Or the younger group on the team, I forget who they were playing against. But Russ was, I think it was really just him, right? Like, yeah, because LeBron was sitting for a while and Russ had it really going. And he had Austin Reeves, I think Malik Monk and Stanley Johnson, and they was moving. And he had a great stretch there. And I was like, that's his role. That's where he belongs. That's what he does. Right? You get those guys out, they'll run with him, and they're going to defer to him. They like, hey, they get the ball, get Russ, let's go. That's what they're gonna do. And he was in this element. So for me, I just think I like the way they put this, say he was a fish out of water, because that's what he was. Russell Westbrook was literally a fish out of water. He was just flapping. He was just out there trying to figure out something. And then when you do something like that and whether it was intentional or not, but you undermined your coach in front of everyone, you automatically put a bad taste in your mouth towards the coach. But see, the thing, and my only issue with Frank Vogel is I don't think he has the wherewithal, the chutzpah, whatever you want to call it, to be like, hey, this is what we doing. Shut up. I'm the coach. This is what we doing. You play. Let me coach. That ain't who he is. And I feel like with a personality like Russ, you have to do that. You have to establish that early. Because at that moment, Frank Vogel could have, nope, this is what we doing, Russ. And you kill that right there. Because once you open that gate and let him get in there a little bit, now it affects the whole team. So, anyway, like I said, it's not a bash and rush session, but it just didn't get off good from them. Hell, it wasn't even good at the trade. So, with that being said, guys, please tell me what you think down in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you gotta be great.